Today we have the tragic story of one coach who threw away a multi-million-dollar business that could have scaled to the moon within just a matter of months. And I'm going to share all the gory details of full-on numbers and everything to illustrate 2 points. 1, short-term thinking will destroy your business. And 2, all the money is on the back end. You see, I think what's happening is digital advertising has been so affordable for so long that it's spoiled us. We think we should be able to throw $5 at it and make 10 the very next day. Unfortunately, reality doesn't work like this long term. As markets consolidate, prices of media go up, and more competition enters, the money is made on the back end. Dan Kennedy said it best: he who can spend the most to acquire a customer wins. So oftentimes when you see these guys, advertising small ticket offers, info products and things like that, all it's really meant to do is liquidate or nearly liquidate ad costs on the front end, build a list of buyers who they will sell more expensive things on the back end. And that is how fortunes are made, my friends. But unfortunately, a lot of new coaches and consultants don't understand how this game is played. So if they don't get rich off the very first offer in a matter of weeks, they panic and they pull the plug. All right, so to our case study. I got this from a friend of mine who runs an agency, very savvy, very seasoned guy, who is running a front-end liquidation offer and then offering high-end programs on the back end via a 10-day email nurture sequence. And his client, after just 2 weeks, pulled the plug and panicked, even though they were making insane amounts of money. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, here's how it went down, my friends. This person spent $35 in ad spend, but they only made about 75% of that back, meaning they made about $2,625 off of 83 sales, which means they lost $875, which really sucks, right? That would freak a lot of people out. However, a seasoned marketer and business owner understand that what really happened is they liquidated 75% of their ad costs on the front end. In other words, they got $3,500 of advertising for $875, and now they have a list of 83 buyers. That's fantastic news because of what I'm going to tell you next. Because a buyer is a buyer is a buyer. Someone can buy a $2, $20, $30 thing off you, and there's a very real chance they're going to buy a $2,000, $3,000, $10,000 something from you later on. Okay, so back to our case study. So here's what happens next. After these 83 buyers over here enter their funnel, they get a 10-day nurture sequence to a webinar selling a $2,500 offer. In that 10 days, they made 3 sales of that $2,500 offer, making $7,500 on the back end. Remember a second ago when I said a buyer is a buyer, a buyer? Okay, so let's do the math. They made $7,500 on the back end. They lost $875 on the front end, which means they came ahead about $6,625 in profit, which is just short. It's like 1.9, but we'll call it a 2 times return on ad spend in 10 days. Let me ask you a question. If I asked you for $3,500 and I was going to give you $6,600 back in some change in 10 days, how many times would you want to do that transaction? Would you want to do it once, twice? Would you want to do it every week? Hell, would you want to do it every freaking day? Of course you would, because you're not insane. And this is why this case study is such a tragedy. This business owner had the world in their hands. All they had to do was throw more money at it, and they could have scaled to the moon. They could have hit that hockey stick trajectory in their life, in their business, in their income, in their freedom that every entrepreneur is looking for. But they threw it away because of short-term thinking. I think it was Naval Ravikant that said, play long-term games with long-term thinkers. And that's exactly what you have to do, especially in the marketing game. All the money's on the back end, my friends. So think it through, try to separate the emotions from the ad spend, and the sky's the limit. But if you let fear win, then, well, good luck to you.